2021, the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany returned to the Temple of Speed for the first time in 30 years. Now here we are, just 3 months later. A very unscheduled change in the calendar has meant that we are back here again, and it really is good to be back at Monza. Hello everybody, welcome along. It is race 11 of a 16-race season for the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. It's the first of 2 races this weekend. Weather conditions are dry at the moment, 22 degrees centigrade. Not holding our breath on the same for tomorrow because heavy thunderstorms are forecast for tomorrow. This might be the only dry race we get this weekend. As you can see, the car's already on their formation lap. It's championship leader Larry ten Voorde, who starts on pole position with Lauren Heinrich alongside. Arjen Guven and Jesse van Kuijk are on the next row. Then it's Leon Köhler and Christopher Zirkling. Next row, Jukka Honkavuori and Bastian Boos with Luke Hartog and Rudy van Buren lining up 10th on the grid ahead of Maurice Schuring and Dan van Kuijk. Next row of the grid is Julian Hanses, Lucas Groeneveld with Fabio Citignola and Rudolf Rien, and Pro-Am Championship leader Carlos Rivas and Sandro Kaibach bringing up the next row. Then it's Bashar Mardini, Philip Sager, who's in for this round, guesting ahead of Kim Hauschild, Ahmad Al-Shahab, Jan-Erik Sluten and Georgi Donchev. And then behind them, Christoph Langer and Holger Harmsen bringing up the rear of the grid. So it's that man again who has dominated here at Monza, Larry ten Voorde. He leads the championship from Arjen Guven by 35 points. Larry ten Voorde, he had a clean sweep last time here, winning 2 out of 2 races. He also clinched the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup here just 2 weeks ago with a win and a 3rd place. And he is in a very strong position, starting from pole position. What can the other drivers do about it? As I've mentioned before, it's the first of 2 races this weekend. Conditions are dry. We're expecting it to remain dry for the duration of this race, which is 30 minutes plus 1 lap. But tomorrow, thunderstorms are on the forecast, so this could be the only dry running we see. Larry ten Voorde needs to make hay while the sun shines. That man there, Lauren Heinrich, lines up alongside him. Currently 3rd in the Drivers' Championship, just 38 points off Larry ten Voorde. He would dearly love to get to the back of the points championship. We're at Monza, a track which is 4.793 kilometers around with 11 turns, 7 to the right and 4 to the left. It is the Temple of Speed. It is so good to be back here once again this year for the 2nd time. We're just waiting for the final cars to form at the back of the grid, and then all eyes will be on those lights and we will be ready to go racing. So 5 lights, and the silence falls on the grid briefly. Now the revs start to rise. We have clearance from the back. It's 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are go, and a great start from Lauren Heinrich. It looks like he's got the jump on Larry ten Voorde. Away go the rest of the cars heading towards turn 1, and it's Lauren Heinrich who leads the way. Leon Köhler there. There's Christopher Zirkling in the middle of a sandwich, but Lauren Heinrich, who's got the jump on championship leader Larry ten Voorde. There's a car, looked like Fabio Citignola, going straight on at the chicane. Don't think it was, not sure who that was, but Lauren Heinrich, who is leading around turns 1 and 2. The rest of the field comes through. So this is race 11 of this 16-race season. Lauren Heinrich, what a great start from him. Larry ten Voorde in 2nd place. Then is Arjen Guven and Leon Köhler, and then Jukka Honkavuori. So, a car's out onto the gravel as Luke Hartog was one of them, and there's another car out onto the gravel. They gather it all up, point it in the right direction. So a very lively opening lap. There's the Temple of Speed. Larry ten Voorde now being mugged by Arjen Guven. So Arjen Guven up into 2nd place, and Leon Köhler now putting pressure onto the 25 machine. There's another car further back, just hanging the back end out. So, all change in this opening lap. It's Lauren Heinrich who leads the field, and he's opened up a good lead already. Look at that gap between him and Arjen Guven. Guven, who is 2nd in the points championship. This is exactly what Heinrich needed to get his championship challenge back on track. And there's a car that is out, and that's Maurice Schuring. So the youngest driver in the field, he was the car that we saw going off, one of the talent pool drivers. Such a shame, he's into the gravel trap. You can see from his body language that he's not impressed, and he retires from this race. Further back, that's the number 10, Sandro Kaibach, and he's down in 18th place. But it's Lauren Heinrich who comes round to lead the first lap. 1.139 seconds over Ian Chenguven. Now Larry Tenforder looking to come back. He looks to the inside of the 53 machine into the Variante de Rettifilo chicane, and then back on the power, bumping over the curves, and there's another car that's gone straight on further back, weaving through to rejoin out towards Curva Grande. So lots of challenges all the way through the field. That's the 26 car, Jesse van Kuijk, and he has dropped a long way back into 8th place. So Jesse van Kuijk, who made a good qualifying session onto the 2nd row, 4th on the grid, but not the best start, and now falling backwards into the pack. So after the opening lap, things just settling down a bit. It's 27 minutes, so it's a half-hour race plus 1 lap. 27 minutes remaining. Lauren Heinrich, who leads the way from Ian Chenguven, Larry Tenforder, Leon Köhler, Jukka Honkavori, Christopher Zirkling in P6, and then our leading rookie is Sebastian Busch, currently P7 on the road, ahead of Rudy van Buren, Jesse van Kuijk, and Luke Hartog, rounding out the top 10. Now this race, as we look at Luke Hartog challenging to find a route past Jesse van Kuijk just ahead of him. This track is very much about tyres. Looking after the tyres, not cutting a tyre. It is the fastest circuit on the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany calendar, and making the tyres last the full half an hour is very, very important as we look at Carlos Rivas in the number 6 car. Last time we were here, it was Carlos Rivas who became the most successful driver in Pro-Am history of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, taking yet another win. But he's further down at the moment, but he is the leading Pro-Am driver. And the leading driver overall, Lauren Heinrich. He was last year's rookie champion. He would very much love to be this year's driver's champion. Larry Tenforder is a tough nut to crack. He knows his way around this track. Winning is what he does. He's won 3 of the last 4 races, and he will be fighting back. Having said that, Tenforder looks to be under pressure from Leon Köhler, and that's a lock-up behind for Jukka Honkavori. And look at Köhler bumping over the curbs. These Porsche 992 cars bouncing over the curbs, and you can see dirt out on the track where a couple of the drivers earlier on had dragged some of the gravel and dirt back onto the racing surface. So we have 25 minutes of this race remaining, and tyre preservation is everything. The high-speed nature of Monza puts a lot of stress on the tyres, especially the left rear. And the car's obviously running to very limited regulations, limited camber. The curbs are very sharp on the rear side, so it's easy for a driver to cut a tyre bumping over the curbs. And of course, track limits, that subject that pops up every time we go racing as we look at Christopher Zirkling looking to the outside of Jukka Honkavori. And Honkavori in 5th place. Christopher Zirkling looking to relieve him of that position and keeping a watching wake in P7. It's Sebastian Busch in the number 99 car. So here comes Honkavori along the pit straight. Zirkling flashing his lights, looking to distract him. Not really close enough to pick up a slipstream. As we look again at our leader, Lauren Heinrich, still leading the way from Ian Chenguven, but now here comes Christopher Zirkling bumping over the curbs. Can he hold on to it? Honkavori coming back. They run side by side in towards turn 3. And Honkavori just getting a little bit out onto the grass. Zirkling making the most of it, hugging the inside line. And Zirkling is through and into 5th place. So Christopher Zirkling looking to make hay while the sun shines. That's Köhler, who's got it all wrong on that corner. And he has got past Larry Tenforder, but surely he's going to have to give that place back because he went off the circuit and picked that place up. So Leon Köhler with Larry Tenforder behind. So Leon Köhler, he went off the circuit, made that move up into third place, and the stewards might have something to say about that. Christopher Zirkling just behind. And Zirkling looks like a man on a mission. He's dialed in at this circuit. The number 27 car, who loves it around here and is very much doing something of a rain dance. He loves racing in the rain and is looking to shine tomorrow, but he's doing quite well today. You can see the car's just picking up a bit of debris and throwing it off into the grass. Here comes Heinrich. So, Tenforder is past Leon Köhler, and I think that was probably a very good move by Leon Köhler, because had he not given that place back, he might well have been subject to a penalty for running off the track. We're looking again at the replay, and Laurin Heinrich, he really was like a rat up a drain pipe. He was moving, absolutely anticipated the lights well. You can see the rest of the cars, bar one, making it through the Variante del Rettifilo, and you can see that Larry Tenforder did get a couple of wheels out onto the dirt, and Maurice Schuring, it looks like he did make impact with the fence, and that has brought his race to a premature end. So there is Maurice Schuring going off into the gravel trap, and that is a real shame for him. So Larry Tenforder really was using an awful lot of the runoff area, and this is Christopher Zirkling and Jukka Honkavori, and Zirkling did bounce across the curbs, and you can see Christoph Huber there saying, no, 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 that was unfair, you need to swap that back. So Christoph Huber, team boss, looking at that, and it might be, as we see yet more debris on the track, and it might be the stewards have something to say about that overtaking manoeuvre too. So here comes Laurin Heinrich. Ayan Chen-Guven, the leading duo, have broken away from Larry Tenforder. Anybody who thought that Larry was going to disappear off from pole position with this race were very much mistaken, because he is now under pressure once again from Leon Köhler. And Köhler looking to the left, looking to the right. Larry trying to break the toe, weaving down the straights. Jukka Honkavori just waiting behind. There's Christopher Zirkling there as well. Then it's Bastian Boos under braking. Christopher Zirkling locks it up. He goes to the inside of the number 41 Jukka Honkavori machine, pushing him as wide as he can. But here goes Bastian Boos. This man knows no fear. They're running three abreast out of the curve of Parabolica. Along the pit straight they come, and it looks like Bastian Boos who has the advantage, although Christopher Zirkling now poking his nose ahead. Also Leon Köhler and Larry Tenforder. So it's all happening. So lock up from Jukka Honkavori. Are they all going to make it? No, they don't. Both Honkavori and Christopher Zirkling getting a little bit of contact, and Jukka Honkavori, the big loser in that. And now Larry Tenforder and Leon Köhler. This is for third place, running side by side. Great racing here. So Leon Köhler, he's got the inside line into the corner, locking up slightly under braking, looking like Larry Tenforder. Köhler goes off the track slightly. He rejoins, but Leon Köhler just in front of Larry Tenforder. Tenforder coming back, sweeps around the outside. Great racing. So number 25, Larry Tenforder, he's got that third place. Look behind, Bastian Boos and Christopher Zirkling getting it together, and now Rudy Van Buren also joining in, and Rudy Van Buren loves this circuit. He shone here last time out, which was back in June, and here he is again challenging for the positions. Christopher Zirkling looking to the outside of Bastian Boos under braking, and there's Luke Hartog as well. So Jesse Van Kooyk, Luke Hartog, they're all in there. This is such close racing from these drivers. Just to remind you, these Porsche cars are all absolutely identical, apart from setup, and really allowing driver skill to come to the surface, as we see Christopher Zirkling having a little look. Bastian Boos, who was there ready to capitalise as soon as the cars in front of him got together, and Boos moves up into fifth place. He can see Larry, he can see Leon Köhler just ahead of him, but now Christopher Zirkling and Rudy Van Buren putting the heat on behind. So there's our lead duo going through. It's Lauren Heinrich, Ian Chen-Guven, Larry Tenvorder, Leon Köhler, and now Christopher Zirkling coming back at Bastian Buus. Bastian Buus running off the circuit, and Zirkling is back through. So Christopher Zirkling, he's looking very dialed in for this circuit. You saw another car in the background just weaving his way through the runoff area. So there's our lead duo. Right, now this is for third place. Leon Köhler putting the heat on Larry Tenvorder. Behind is Christopher Zirkling, Bastian Buus, Rudy Van Buren bouncing across the curbs. What a great shot, Bastian Buus using all the track and a little bit more to defend. Rudy Van Buren is forced to drop back behind. That's allowed Christopher Zirkling just to break free a little bit. Look behind them is Luke Hartog. So Hartog is on a mission moving forwards as well. Great racing from the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. You can see it's Ian Chen-Guven who has the fastest lap. And there is our leader, Lauren Heinrich. He got the jump when the lights went out and beat Larry Tenvorder. Ian Chen-Guven got past as well. And it's Heinrich who leads the way. Heinrich, who coming into this race was third in the championship. Guven was second. Larry Tenvorder was at the top of the point standings. But his lead in that championship standing is going to be eaten away unless something changes. Now Rudy Van Buren to the outside of Bastian Buus. And you do wonder whether Buus took just a little bit too much out of the car and out of the tyres in the early stages. And Rudy Van Buren, who really does love this circuit. They run almost side by side. Van Buren tucking back in as they head towards the Variante di Rettifiglio, the fastest part of the circuit. And under braking again, and Rudy Van Buren gets it wrong, goes straight on. So he is going to have to weave his way through those blocks, and he rejoins a long way back. That takes the heat off Bastian Buus from the Van Buren perspective. But now he's got Luke Hartog for company. There's a replay of Zirkling locking up a little bit of a barge into the corner. Look at that. They were never going to get three around that corner, were they? And it was Jukka Honkavori who was forced to take to the escape road, and then Christopher Zirkling as well. You could see the GP Elite team frustrated by that. So another replay of Leon Köhler and Larry Tenvorder fighting it out. Really close stuff here. And Christoph Huber and the Huber team very engrossed by all of this, as indeed we all are. We're already reaching the halfway point of this race. It's Lauren Heinrich who is hustling that Porsche across the curbs, bouncing it around ahead of Ian Chen-Guven and Larry Tenvorder. Our leading rookie is Bastian Buus, but he's got Luke Hartog for company. Hartog, who was a little bit frustrated yesterday that he was 8/10 off pole position, looking to find a little bit more performance, and it looks like he's found it as he looks to the outside of Bastian Buus under braking. Not sure he can make that stick, or can he? Running side by side, Bastian Buus has the racing line. Hartog goes wide, but look at that, out of the curva parabolica onto the pit straight. Look at these two cars running side by side, both drivers in the talent pool, and Hartog looks like he's got the legs on this. It's a drag race in towards Variante di Rettifiglio, and Larry Tenvorder and Leon Köhler once again resuming their battle as well. There's a lock-up further back from Jukka Honkavori. So many position changes, so many challenges, great stuff here. And Honkavori has to take to the escape road. So Bastian Buus, he's currently showing in P6. He's got Luke Hartog filling his mirrors. Hartog absolutely dialed in here at the Temple of Speed. Bastian Buus holds on at the moment, but Rudy Van Buren using this opportunity to close in on the two talent pool drivers. Oh, it's easy for me to say. And Hartog looking again to the outside. Bastian Buus just putting that car exactly where it needs to be. Weaving around a little bit of debris in the track, and you can see some dust in the air where somebody has gone a little bit wide. And looking again at that lock-up further back, Jukka Honkavori going straight on into the runoff area. A lot of smoke. So here comes our leader, Lauren Heinrich. Chen Guven's not letting him get away. It's just 0.6 between them, but they have broken free. Some 4.6 seconds from Larry Tenforder, who has got Leon Köhler desperate to get that last position on the podium. Bastian Boos once again with Luke Hartog putting the pressure on. Rudy Van Buren is just willing those two cars to get together so he can sneak through. Hunkavori has decided to call it a day. And clearly some bigger issues there with that car. Here we come along the pit straight. Bastian Boos, he's in 6th place. Luke Hartog, Rudy Van Buren. An amazing battle between these three drivers. Hartog again to the outside, into the chicane, under braking. Bastian Boos has the line though. Hartog's going to struggle to make that stick. Rudy Van Buren looking to pounce. Bastian Boos getting his elbows out, making that Porsche as wide as he possibly can. The three cars absolutely glued together. Behind them, Jesse Van Kooyk and Julian Hanses are fighting over 9th place. And just ahead, Christopher Zirkling, who's broken free and running very much on his own. Look at Hartog. So clearly looking the quicker. So Hanses has found a route past Jesse Van Kooyk, and here comes Luke Hartog again. So Bastian Boos for Allied Racing. Rudy Van Buren behind Luke Hartog. And there's a spinner further back, and that is the number 14, that's Ahmad Al-Shihab. He was down in 23rd place. So a little way out of the points in the main championship standings. We've got 9 laps in the bag. As you can see from your graphic, it's Chen Guven who is chasing Lauren Heinrich, and Heinrich leads this race. Then it's Larry Tenforder, who is having his own little battle with Leon Köhler. Christopher Zirkling running very much on his own. Then this battle, which has been keeping us engrossed all race long. Bastian Boos, Luke Hartog, Rudy Van Buren fighting over 6th place. Bastian Boos is our leading rookie. Luke Hartog, our 2nd place rookie. Our leading Pro-Am driver, well, no surprise, it's Carlos Rivas. He's 15th on the road, but the leading Pro-Am driver, Kim Hauschild, 17th on the road, is 2nd place in the Pro-Am race. Again, Hartog looking, putting the heat on, looks to the outside. He can't pass there, but he can certainly force Bastian Boos into a mistake. And that's Dan Van Kooyk having a bit of a slider on into the corner. Fabio Citignola and Sandro Kaibach as we cut back to Chen Guven. It's just phenomenal to see these cars bouncing over the curbs. Lauren Heinrich still leading the way. He's led every lap of this race so far, and he would dearly love to hold on. Bastian Boos now looking under pressure once again. Luke Hartog, this time he looks to the outside. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. He has to be careful because Rudy Van Buren will fill any gaps that he might leave. So the three cars fighting for 6th place. Bastian Boos, Luke Hartog, Rudy Van Buren. Just behind them, it's Julian Hanses and Jesse Van Kooyk and Lucas Groeneveld. But this 6th place fight is surely going to go all the way to the wire. And Rudy Van Buren putting the heat onto Luke Hartog as well. Hartog really has to drive with his fingertips here, because if he makes a move on Bastian Boos and it doesn't work, Van Buren is going to be through and past. And look, Julian Hanses closing in on that trio as well. So that 3-way fight is soon going to become a 4-way fight. Hartog again looking to the outside, shuts the door on Rudy Van Buren. 9.5 minutes plus 1 lap remaining, and Hartog going deep into the corner, out of the Parabolica onto the pit straight. The Allied Racing team look on, and now Hartog having to defend very hard from Rudy Van Buren. And Van Buren looks to the outside in towards turn 1 and gets a move to stick. He tries to get past Luke Hartog, but Hartog comes back, and Rudy Van Buren once again is forced to drop back. Now Julian Hanses is getting involved as well. So Julian Hanses looks to the outside of Rudy Van Buren in 8th place. So Van Buren was challenging Luke Hartog, but now is suddenly defending Great stuff here. Bastian Buus still holding on at the head of that queue. Then it's Luke Hartog. And now Julian Hanses has found a route past Rudy Van Buren. So Hanses moves forwards into P8. Bastian Buus, Luke Hartog. And again, Hartog using every trick he has got. The current PCC Benelux champion, Luke Hartog, turning the heat up on Bastian Buus. Once again, they come under the bridge towards the Variante Ascari, side by side, under braking. And Bastian Buus finally has to relinquish that position. Luke Hartog, after lap after lap after lap of trying, finally finds a route past and relieves Bastian Buus of that 6th place. So now Luke Hartog at the front of that queue. Can Bastian Buus do anything about him? Can he come back? Can he bring anything to this battle? We're going to be looking at that. Can Luke Hartog open up the gap ahead of the 99 machine? He worked incredibly hard for that position. Julian Hanses is just behind, and then it's Rudy Van Buren, Jesse Van Kooyk and Lucas Grunewald. And here comes Lucas Grunewald on Jesse Van Kooyk. So this is for 10th place. And the two very similar cars come in towards the Variante de Rettifilo under braking. Grunewald on the outside. Jesse Van Kooyk drops back. And that's our leader. So Julian Hanses, Lauren Heinrich getting it wrong. So Lauren Heinrich, he ran wide on the corner through the runoff area, and that's allowed Ayhancan Guven to sneak through. So we saw that Guven was putting the heat on. Lauren Heinrich just got it all wrong under braking, goes straight on, and Ayhancan Guven takes the lead of this race. So Lauren Heinrich will be absolutely kicking himself inside that car. And now, can he do anything to get that position back? So we have a new leader. It's Ayhancan Guven who leads the way ahead of Lauren Heinrich. Just one small mistake. Guven was turning up the heat. He was in 2nd place, putting the pressure on more and more and more. And finally, he found a route past Lauren Heinrich. Now Heinrich trying to come back. In the background, you can see Larry Tenforder still trying to shake off Leon Köhler in 4th place. Köhler has still got his eyes on a podium position. So Lauren Heinrich, having led this race for the first 25 minutes, has now down into 2nd place. Has Guven got enough to hold him off, or can Heinrich come back? Köhler putting the heat onto Larry Tenforder. Along the pit straight they come. We look back at this lead battle. Ayhancan Guven. So Guven looking for his 3rd race of the 2021 season. Larry Tenforder, who very, very rarely finishes off the podium. Leon Köhler wishes to make that more of a trend as he looks for a way past the Dutch driver. You can see there, 1st and 2nd running together, then a big gap back to 3rd and 4th. Larry Tenforder with Leon Köhler filling his mirrors. Köhler has been there all race long. He's got 5 minutes plus 1 lap to find a route past the championship leader. He's currently 4th in the championship with just 1 win. Larry Tenforder with 5 wins out of this 10-race season. And unless the lead duo get together, a win is not looking likely here, but he's looking to just hold on to that last podium position. Ayhancan Guven has opened up a gap to Lauren Heinrich of about 0.6 of a second. So Heinrich will be very distraught at that mistake that saw him lose the lead. Ayhancan Guven sneaked through. And the battle for 3rd continues. Christopher Zirkling has been running very much on his own for the 2nd half of this race in P5. And we look at a replay. And that's Lucas Grunewald going wide, and that's the Bashar Mardini car that spun earlier on. So not everybody having it their own way. the race stewards keeping an eye on track limits, and there's a driver who is maybe using a bit of the track that's not the quickest route round. As Bastian Boos. He's in 7th place, looking to catch on Luke Hartog. But look at this again, the fight for 3rd, Leon Köhler, giving it all that he's got in the closing stage of this race. He looks to the outside, coming into the corner, under braking. Is he going to switch back to the inside? Larry Tenforder bouncing over the curbs, still holding on to that 3rd position. Leon Köhler in 4th, Christopher Zirkling in 5th place. The incident between Christopher Zirkling and Bastian Boos will be investigated after the race. That was the incident that we saw earlier on with Bastian Boos currently in 7th place, Zirkling in 5th. Here comes our leader, Ayan Guven, Lauren Heinrich in 2nd, Larry Tenforder in 3rd. He has been holding on to that 3rd place by the skin of his teeth from Leon Köhler. And Köhler giving it everything he's got in the last 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap of this race. Guven looks to be pretty solid in the lead. Heinrich in 2nd, the lead George have broken clear of 3rd and 4th. Larry Tenforder. All race long, he's had Leon Köhler hassling him, all over him. And still, Larry Tenforder holds on to that 3rd place. So again, onto the pit straight, Leon Köhler looking closer than ever. Picking up a slipstream as the border. Leon Köhler putting absolutely everything into it, throwing all that he has into getting past the number 25 machine, Ayan Guven. And Köhler looks to the outside. Guven still holding on to the lead. Still Lauren Heinrich in 2nd, but look at this fight for 3rd. Larry Tenforder, Leon Köhler practically pushing him along towards turn 3. Still, Tenforder holds on. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Ayan Guven leading the way, Lauren Heinrich. Now, again, Leon Köhler looking to the outside under braking. Larry Tenforder has the line, but Köhler makes his stick. He bumps across the curbs, and Leon Köhler is up into 3rd place with the clock at 0. It's Köhler who's through. Larry Tenforder looks to respond, but has absolutely nothing, or has he? So Larry Tenforder in the absolute dying stages of this race. Larry Tenforder down into 4th place, our championship leader. Leon Köhler under the bridge. So the battle for 3rd continues to rage on in the absolute closing stages of this race. It's Leon Köhler who's up into 3rd place. Guven leads. You can see Larry Tenforder in the background just looking at the inside of Leon Köhler, but he's too far back to do anything about it. And it really does look as though Leon Köhler has that final podium position, and there's something happens. We're looking at a replay here. Just getting on the outside, bumping across the curbs, shutting the door, and Köhler is through. And you can see that the Huber Racing team are delighted. So here comes Ayan Guven, the final lap of this half-hour race. Ahead of Lauren Heinrich. Has Larry Tenforder got anything else that he can bring to the table to get past Leon Köhler? Köhler now just needs to keep it on the racing line. Larry Tenforder has not given up on this podium position. A driver who has occupied the top step of the podium more than anybody else in this field this year. And Larry Tenforder looking to the outside, turning the heat up on Leon Köhler. Köhler goes off the track, but still keeps on to that position. Larry Tenforder not close enough to do anything about it. And here comes our leader for the final time, the final few corners. It's Ayan Guven, who comes along towards Variante Ascari chicane. Lauren Heinrich, really with nothing else that he can do to get past the 53 car. Through the chicane they come, and out towards the Curva Parabolica for the final time is Ayan Guven leading the way. Lauren Heinrich led so much of this race, and then a mistake About 25 minutes into the race, allowed Ian Guven to sneak through, and the number 53 car has not looked back ever since. Here he comes around the final corner. You can see the checkered flag ahead of him, and it's Ian Guven who crosses the line to win ahead of Lauren Heinrich. Leon Köhler comes across for third place. Larry Tenforder off the podium. That doesn't happen very often. Christopher Zirkling in fifth place. Our leading rookie, Luke Hartog, after that epic battle with Bastian Boos, is next to cross the line. And there's Bastian Boos ahead of Rudy Van Buren, Julian Hanses, who made a real charge in that race ahead of Lucas Grunewald, Jesse Van Kooyk, Dan Van Kooyk, Sandra Kaibach, Fabio Citignola, and then our leading Pro-Am driver, Carlos Rivas, 15th on the road, ahead of Rudolf Rien. I haven't seen much of him during this race. He's down in 16th. Kim Hausschild, second in the Pro-Am category, and Philip Sager. And Philip Sager guesting here at this event. And there's Ahmad Al-Shihab, shaking his head, parked up at the side of the track. So he's had an afternoon that he'd rather forget. Unlike that man there, Ian Guven, did everything that he needed to do. He started third on the grid and then was there to jump when Lauren Heinrich had that moment, ran off the track. And through he came to steal that position away. Leon Köhler, he's only won one race so far this year, but will be very pleased to add yet another podium to his CV. So a great drive from Leon Köhler. Started fifth on the grid, up to third. So there is our provisional classification as Ian Guven from Lauren Heinrich, Leon Köhler, Larry Tenforder, Christopher Zirkling, Luke Hartog, Bastian Boos, Rudy Van Buren, Julian Hanses, Lucas Grunewald, Jesse Van Kooyk, Dan Van Kooyk, Sandra Kaibach, Fabio Citignola, rounding out the top 14. And then next up, it's Carlos Rivas, who was our leading Pro-Am driver. Just to remind you, we have 4 championships that we're keeping an eye on here. The overall Drivers' Championship, the Rookie Championship, the Pro-Am Championship, and the Team Championship. And Carlos Rivas will have extended his points lead over Kim Hausschild. He had 49 points over Hausschild coming into this race. That would have extended somewhat. Georgi Donchev, who was very frustrated by his qualifying position, but did well to make it back up to 19th place. And he is third in class, in fact, fourth in class. Philip Sager, third in the Pro-Am category. So into the pit lane comes Ian Guven, and he will be absolutely delighted with that. Guven, who won at Oschersleben earlier on in the season, won last time out at Zandvoort, and now 77 days since his last win is back on the top step of the podium once again. So big congratulations from the Phoenix Racing team. Ian Chen, the first Turkish driver to win in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Lauren Heinrich, a great result for second, but you just know that he will be frustrated by that. He won also at Oschersleben and has not had any other wins. No, he's had 2 wins, hasn't he? Because he also won at the Red Bull Ring, but he will be frustrated that he couldn't bring that one home in first place. Great stuff. So, pure entertainment from the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. It's race 11 of this 16-race season. Tomorrow promises to be something quite different, because if the weather forecast is anything to be believed, it might be speedboat racing, because we are due very heavy rain and thunderstorms pretty well all day. This race due to take place at 12:30 local time tomorrow. In the middle of all that, as we look at our third place, Leon Köhler, bumping across the curbs for Nebulous Racing by Huber. Second place for Van Berg Huber Racing. That's Lauren Heinrich, one of the talent pool drivers. And taking the win for Phoenix Racing, Ayhan Guven. So the drivers just into Parc Fermé very shortly. We'll be bringing you the podium presentations. And time for photos and celebrations.
Where's the photograph?
I believe that's Christoph Huber. It's always hard when everybody's wearing masks. Photograph! When everyone's wearing a mask. It's easy to mistake people, but there we go. Time for celebrations and pure entertainment. Certainly battles raging throughout the field in that race. And really good stuff. And the lead very much in doubt right up to the end, with Lauren Heinrich doing everything that he could to get back past Ayhan Guven. Larry Tenforder, only the third time this year that he has finished off the podium, which is something that doesn't happen very often. So heading towards the world-famous Monza podium. A podium that many drivers dream of standing on. So we're just going to have a little look at some of the highlights from the race, and then in just a few moments' time, we will bring you the podium celebration. Germany here at Monza, and it has been thoroughly entertaining. If tomorrow is half as good as that, we will be very happy indeed. So drivers just making their way up towards the podium. We'll bring you that presentation very shortly indeed, but you just look at those highlights there and you realize that is half an hour of pure entertainment. We're back again next weekend. We head to the Sachsenring for races 13 and 14. And then at the end of October, the season closer, races 15 and 16 at Hockenheim, where we will be crowning our champions. Will it be Larry Tenforder, or will it be Ayhan Guven or Lauren Heinrich? It does look as though the heat is very much on for the Dutch driver as we head into the final 2 rounds of the season. So this is very much a bonus round. Sadly, we lost Nürburgring because of the dreadful floods that we all saw across Germany and much of Europe. It meant that we had a summer break that was the longest summer break we've ever had in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, and it was in fact 77 days since the checkered flag fell in Zandvoort. And this race has been slotted in as a replacement, and it is good to be back here at the Temple Speed though. We look at a slow-mo there of our winning car, now this world-famous podium. Many a driver dreams of standing on it. Larry Tenforder has made a habit of it, but he's not going to be doing it this time, because the 1, 2, 3 do not include him. So we're just waiting, and very shortly our drivers will come out onto the podium, and it kind of protrudes out across the circuit slightly. We have a very limited number of people on site for today because of COVID restrictions, but we're hoping for a few more tomorrow, although looking at the weather forecast, they might want to watch it on TV. So here we come. And got to get them out in the right order, haven't we? So out across the bridge. Okay, now we're ready to go. So looks like we're going to see third place first. And here comes Leon Köhler. Did very, very well. He started 5th on the grid. He's 4th in the championship standings. And a 3rd place in this race. 2nd place, one of the talent pool, a real talented driver, Lauren Heinrich, the current rookie champion. And on the top step for Turkey, it's Ayhan Şengüven. And now the national anthem. Not often we get to hear the Turkish national anthem at a motor racing circuit. Ayhan Şengüven is putting that to rights, that is for sure. And he adding his 3rd win of the season. Lauren Heinrich, 2nd place. He's, you can see he's not overly delighted by that. He will be very frustrated by that error that saw him lose the lead. Ayhan Şengüven did not put a wheel wrong. Representative from Phoenix Racing, picking up a trophy as well. Come on, who didn't take the corks out of the bottle? So here we go. It's a race to see who can pop the cork first. Oh dear. Right, okay, go. Oh, well, that one went to Phoenix Racing. And Ayhan Şengüven is still trying to get the cork out of the bottle. Oh dear, someone give him a hand. Yes, we got there in the end. So Ayhan Şengüven taking the win in race 11 of the season. The question is, can he do it tomorrow? Because it's almost certainly going to be a very different kettle of fish. And I mean fish, because there is rain on the forecast. Tomorrow, it will be race 12 here at the Temple of Speed in Monza. And it could be a wet one. So I hope you're going to join us then. Let's see if Ayhan Şengüven can do it again. Will it be Lauren Heinrich or Larry Tenforder? See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.